All right. Awesome. So we are live. This is great. All right. So I'm super excited to share this information with you. I just got off the phone with my first coaching call, and I gotta tell you, it was absolutely amazing. I had very low expectations because of I didn't know what to expect, and I honestly didn't know that I was going to find my targeted audience through this coaching call. You hear it all the time. People hire coaches to figure out what's wrong, why aren't they getting results, and then they have a sudden breakthrough. And that's exactly what happened. And this is what I'm going to be going through tonight. Now, if you're jumping on this webinar for the first time and you don't know who I am, my name is Ricky Burrows. I'm a network marketer, affiliate marketer, and I love people. I love meeting people. I love helping people, and I love helping them get to the goals and the destination where they actually want to be in life. I just find it thrilling to get involved with other people at the right place at the right time to show them what they need to do, whether it's for financial reasons or spiritual reasons. But for this webinar, we're going to be specifically talking about how to get in front of your targeted audience. And with that being said, I'm going to go down to my notes because I took a lot of notes, and I'm going to share some information right away from you. Now, again, if you're just jumping on this and you don't know exactly my background, I'll just give you a brief overview of how I got started in this industry. When I first jumped into the online space, I didn't know anything about making money online. I didn't know anything about making some kind of substantial income. I was just going onto YouTube and just blindly looking up, how to make money online or how to get started, something like that. It took years for me to finally connect with the right people who have already gotten to that level of success and just learn from them, model what they do, think of how they think, talk the way they talk, and just do exactly what they're doing. And you're here right now, you're listening to the sound of my voice, you're watching this video, and you can get a sense of that. You probably don't feel as hot as I do right now because I have my fan off and it's blazing hot inside of this thing. So, so I come to you from Westport, Massachusetts, and that's kind of how my story is in a nutshell. But when I started getting some results with this, that's when I started feeling a whole lot better about this whole thing. I wanted to get results so I could show you exactly how to get them. And building your audience, building your targeted audience is key, it's critical, it's crucial. Otherwise, you're not going to make any money whatsoever. Because if you're trying to target people who are nothing like you, if you're trying to convince people who have a totally different way of communicating, they think a different way, they don't want what you have, you're not going to get any results. If like today, I was driving behind this lady and I saw her bumper sticker and it said "Crazy Cat Lady," and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, and she had paw prints like all over, like stickers, and she had like a little cat sticker, and there was like all these other things, and it was like you could tell right away all this lady loves was just cats, and this crazy cat lady was just I don't think she had a dog, but if she didn't have a dog, there's no way in the world that you would be able to try and sell to this lady dog food. You'd have to sell cat food because she's a crazy cat lady. She's not going to try to serve, her cat with like dog food. It just wouldn't make sense. It's probably a totally different food source. The cat probably doesn't eat the same thing as dog food, dogs do. But I don't know. You don't quote me on that. But anyway. The point is getting the right message in front of the right market. So if you are trying to put the right message, like if you got a good product, a good service, a good opportunity, and you're putting it in front of people who clearly don't want it, then you're gonna find yourself like in a place where you're gonna be disappointed. So the whole point is to know exactly who is your target audience. I didn't understand this at first because I just, like I said, I was kind of like blindly targeting like a bunch of people, and nobody really wanted what I have. And the way I discovered my target audience was by discovering me, by discovering who am I? What am I all about? What do I want to attract? And what makes me feel good? What makes me feel special? And I started going through the list of all these things. I was listening to my coach, and I just kept going. We kept going through some great strategy. It was a strategy session, so we just kept going over what I need to be doing, what I need to stay focused on. And I got to the point. I'm like, look, I just need to get. Well, hold on, we're gonna mute this up right here. So, um, I was like, look, I need to just know exactly who my target audience is. That's one of my biggest struggles. That's the one thing I just don't know. So she started asking me, well, who are you? What do you like to do? What's your background? What's all this? I said, well, right now I'm a maintenance electrician. I'm looking for, I'm good with my hands. I'm good with, taking stuff apart. And she's like, well, why don't you just start targeting people who are just like you? Target electricians so that they can, electricians who what? They want to get out of their job? I'm like, yeah, I think that would be great. She's like, can you imagine yourself like working with people who are trying to get themselves out of their job? And I'm like, yeah, that I can absolutely picture myself getting out of my job. And she's like, that's the kind of people that you want to talk to. And then she started taking it even further, even deeper. She said, are they single? And I started to just kind of like look at it. I'm like, I could be targeting single people. Yeah, because right now I'm single. Where are they living? I'm like, that's a great question. I was like, well, I would want to target people within the same area, region, country as me. And she's like, right, just like stick to North America. What about the people? Where like do they live? Do they live like with the ocean? Do they live in the mountains? Like where do they live? And I was like, well, right now they live in an area where they don't want to live, but they want to live like in the mountains. I think that's really where I would want to go. So I'm thinking that's where they would want to go. Like, do they have kids? I was like, well, I have nieces, and I would assume that they actually have children. So that's like, this is how I was able to discover my target audience is by discovering more of myself through this coaching call. She's like, where are you in life? That's where you want to be like, you want to locate the people who are exactly like you, exactly where are you in life? And that's the people that you want to be looking for because you can relate to them. Like, man, I'm going through the same thing. I'm going through the same exact thing as you right now. I know how you feel. I know what you're looking at. I know just all the things people are saying right now. And it's something I could totally relate to. And when I started to get it, I started to understand this is how you start. This is how you look for your target audience, is by looking for people who are going through the same exact thing. We got Katie's stage on this program. Thank you so much, Katie, for jumping on. We're just gonna keep going with this. So yeah, Katie, I went through my first coaching call and it was really, really cool. So we're just going over the notes that I took, and I took just continuous like notes. And so we're going to stick to Facebook and how you can start networking on Facebook. Now, a lot of people, when they get onto Facebook, they go back to what they're familiar with about Facebook, that there's a lot of drama on it, that there's a lot of people sharing stuff, about their personal life and everything. But there's also people who are building legitimate businesses, and this is how Facebook is able to survive. This is exactly how Facebook is making things work, is by people who are actually building businesses on Facebook. And this is how you can start doing it as well. Number one, you want to have your profile page to look more presentable. And in fact, maybe I can jump on here. See if I can pull this up right here. I want to show you just a great place to start. And my coaching call was like awesome. I was really, really, really pleased with this. I'm gonna switch over here. Okay, so Now, one of the things that like my coach did is that she actually pulled up my Facebook fan page, and she says that a lot of people, what they do, I'm blazing hot in this house. I'm putting my fan on, so if it's a little too loud, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to move this fan away. I think it is kind of loud, but we're just gonna keep going. Wow, that is kind of loud. But anyway, so what ends up happening is you have a Facebook fan page and you want people to know exactly who you are, what kind of person you are, instantaneously. So the way that you get that first impression to go make people go, wow, this person is awesome, I want to really work with him, I can totally relate to this kind of person, is by throwing out a picture of you that's more presentable. Don't put like your fur baby up there and it's like, I'm working with a cat. Yeah, I love my cat, but he's not on there as my number one, thing that I want people to see. Like, I love my cat. I do, but I'm trying to work with people. My cat does not like people. So the next thing you want to do is you want to have a cover photo that says like kind of like summarizes everything that you really like to do, that you would love to get yourself into. I love traveling and I love to visit places that are just bold, daring, and just out of this world. And this is a picture of Swift Current Lake in Montana. Fantastic place, absolutely amazing. There was actually some incredible, there are these berries that were inside of this trail that like you just walk alongside the river or alongside this river, and then you walk up the mountains, blah blah blah, and the berries that are over here, they're out of this world, out of this world. It's crazy. I love that place. I want to go back there so bad. Yeah. So anyway, so what you want to do is you want to have something that's relatable to people, and you want to have a mission statement right on here that kind of summarizes what people you want people to kind of have. You want people to look at you instantly and know exactly what this person is all about. And my goal is to empower men through their God-given potential, make an impact on their families. Okay, so like family is important. God's important. Connecting and empowering men, that's important. Traveling, that's important. Having America, yes, an American citizen, that's important to me. And then I have these photos right here. People can totally relate to just like this adorable little face right here as a peach, like super, super cute kid. You kiss that kid, you keep kissing her all day long. This is mine. She is again, Rebecca Grace, and then MJ right here, Madeline Joy, and then my sister, Stephanie. So people can totally relate to this. When they see this, they're like, oh my goodness, that's so awesome. He's not. Their creep alarm goes away. Like when they see stuff that they can totally relate to, their creep alarm will go away. And you want to put posts out there that just create a ton of value. What's the one thing you could wish away today that would change tomorrow? That people get engagement with it. And the more engagement and the more all that, then you can people can feel connected to you. And another thing too, you want to like, I like this because this isn't politically correct. And it's just downright funny. This guy, he goes into explaining, about how to, agree to disagree and kind of walk away from a situation rather than getting all angry and all that. And it's really, really funny how he puts it out there. So this is really funny. And you're putting yourself out there. You're making people think this is the kind of person I would be dealing with. Another thing too, I'm just putting out. I'm not spamming anything. I'm just being real. I'm sharing things about my life. And I put a picture here of my cat, and I'm pointing to the woods because recently a coyote came out of nowhere and ambushed him. But he swiped at it with his claws and scratched that thing right in its face. And it turned around and ran away. I wish I would have seen him just like snuff the punk. I wish I would have seen him. It was a little one, but if he had, oh man, if he had taken that thing out, I would be that would be so awesome. So again, you want to be real. You want to just keep putting things in here. I love photography, so I put photography tips. You just keep going into it. And then, and then here we go again. I'm talking about my coaching call that I went through, and a lot of people liked it, and there was a lot of engagement, and people just go downright deep into it. And the whole point of this is to build your audience. It's the whole, you want people to know exactly who you are. And you're not putting a single link in there that's causing like spam. Of course, I put this in here and it looks like spam, but it's actually a blog post about the 7 misinterpreted verses from the Bible, where people, they get it wrong. They look at money and they don't interpret scripture correctly to view money as a tool, rather than, it's just a tool that you have control over, and it does not have control over you. So these are the things that like you want to make very, very clear to people, what kind of a person you are. I have all these faith-based posts, and it's spread out evenly. I try to be balanced in all things, sharing my personal life, sharing things I think is really funny, sharing family photos that's really, really good. And then right over here for featured photos, I've got, event pictures of events, people that I've been meeting, and you want to have very clear links to go into, so that people can just like, I want to check this dude out. And then you just build up your audience this way through Facebook. Now, am I a huge Facebook fan? No, because I'm a big YouTuber. I've got a big YouTube following. Well, I got a YouTube following more so than I do for Facebook. I get a lot of engagement with it on there. But this was my coaching call, and this is where we're going in this chat. So we're gonna pause the screen share right now and keep going. So I kind of like that little thing when there's like, bouncing off the image. I don't even know how to call it. One of the things that you can start doing on Facebook is you can start making 10 friends per day. And when you're looking for people and you're connecting with them, you want to find the common ground. You don't want to be connecting with the people where they got nothing but no valuable information out there. Like if you got a post, if people got posts out there, there's just nothing but crappy value, right? They're putting out spam, they're putting out information that nobody cares about. Then you're not going to be pleased with the end result, because they're going to spam on your wall. They're going to spam on your comments. They're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. So I got to check the comments right here. Let's see. Can you hear the fan? Is the fan like really loud and annoying? Because it's blazing hot in here. And I feel like, yeah, the fan is like got this windy sound in the background. I could take this fan and move it over in a different direction. Let's just see if that. We got any? You have fans going to? Oh, that's funny because I can't hear your fans. You got a lot of fans, Miss Katie Stage. I bet you got a lot of fans on your fan page. Oh my God, it's Katie Stage. So one of the things that I was really impressed with my coaching call. I gotta tell you, there were some things that caught me by surprise. There were some things that really took me back. And one of the things that I was told was I have a skill with connecting with people. And I was like, how in the world could you figure that out just by this phone call? So stop it. I'm doing a webinar. We're speaking to millions of people here. Okay. So I was asking my coach, I was like, how in the world are you able to figure out, just by this little call that we have, that I have a skill with connecting with people? Now, I've met this woman before. I met this. I met with this. I gotta stop looking at the comments because you're just distracting. Even though you're. So I was like, how in the world did you know? And the first time I met this coach, this woman. We were back in Texas at the event for My Elite System Pro, the system that I'm using. So I'm like, how do you know that? She remembered because I showed her the video of us together. I was like, hey, you remember this? This is, this is us, and we had this little call and chat, and she's like, oh yeah, I remember that. And she said, it was so easy for you to connect with me, and you were able to connect within like 10 or 12 seconds. We built this friendship within like 10 or 12 seconds. Most people can't do that. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. It was easy, and I went right up to her because I knew who she was based on her posts, based on her travel photos, which was just like insane jealousy. I was just jealous beyond. It was driving me mad. It was just madness. I was looking at her photos, and I'm just like, wow, this is incredible. So I knew who this woman was. And when I first saw her come up, I actually was impressed that she was as tall as she was. Most people, you look at them in a video, and you think, well, how tall are they? Are they kind of short? Are they kind of tall? I'm 6'3", so I'm really tall. I'm also almost 35 years old. So there's a lot of things that you don't know about a person when you first take a look at them. Yeah, 35. I honestly... People comment on me. Actually, my coach asked me, she's like, yeah, you should be looking for somebody around your age, like 25 years old. I'm like, I'm actually going to be 35. She's like, oh my God, you do not look like you're 35 years old. And I'm like, well, I get that a lot, and I get that then, and I'm like 25. But hey, I just thank my Maker. I thank the Lord. I just thank God, Jesus Christ, for making me just, I don't know, young looking. I got my energy, and I am a lot more peaceful ever since I broke up with people, broke relationships, cut them off, get them out of my life. It took about a full year before. Anyway, so for me to heal. So anyway, let's go back. Let's go back. So she was telling me that I have a skill for connecting with people, and the thing that I always try to do is find that common ground. Like really quickly. Find the common ground and then compliment people. There was what happened the other day. I went to church, and on Sunday there was the guy that came up to me, and he said that I looked really nice. There are days when I really don't care about dressing up for church. There are days when I really want to look my best. So when I go to church, I was wearing this, I forget what I was wearing. But he complimented my shirt. It's like, I love the color of that shirt. It's like a teal color shirt. It was just such a nice color. I really had to have it. I got a good deal on it too. And he's like, man, that is just such a nice color that you're wearing. And he's like, you look sharp, man. You look great. And then I complimented him back, and I said, well, maybe you're just rubbing off onto me. I made him feel better in the end of that conversation than when it first started. You make people feel great about themselves, they're going to attract to you like that. This past Sunday, again, I went to this amazing sandwich shop. Now this is all tying together. Now if you just hang on for a second, you just like come on. This is how you build an audience of people who are listening to you. I had a friend come up to me, and he was just talking to me. And he's a member of the security team that we have there. We actually have people that are trained in security to like keep people safe. Keep your eyes up for suspicious people. So because people steal in church, it's like so bad. But anyway, this guy, he was my friend, and he comes up to me. He's like, "So what's going on, dude?" And he looks at I was actually having a chorizo, egg and cheese sandwich on a bolo. Right, the sandwich, it smelled amazing. It looked to die for, and I could see his I want some of that sandwich. He was giving me that look, and I could tell he was just like, that would be so satisfying right now. Yes, it would. So I took half of it, and I'm like, you want the other half of it? And he's like, okay. So he's like, you sure? And this is I was building rapport with him, and it's been a while since I've talked to him. But do you know that dude did not leave my side like the rest of the day? Like every chance he got, he was trying to stir up conversation about something else, only because I saw something that he wanted, and I was able to give it to him for free, and we reconnected, we started talking again. This is what you got to start doing to build your audience. You're gonna know that this is an attractive thing, whatever it is. You have something that's really attractive to other people. It could be your personality. It could be your honesty. It could just be your ruthless honesty. Some people, they're probably looking for some jerk out there who's just like, I can't stand this world, but I'm going to be honest about this. Maybe they're looking for that. I don't know. I will be as honest as I possibly can. I got to tell you, it's definitely one of those things where I'm working on being more honest when I'm uncomfortable. It's definitely a work in progress. Definitely a challenge. But I built that respect. I was able to get him to respond to what I was saying. I was able to get him to respond to what I was saying. And I was building this audience. I was building 1 to 2 people that were really attracted to what I was saying. Because you make them feel important. You satisfy a need. You make people feel. There was another thing too. When you're communicating with people, and this is another thing too. Like I actually have been discovering that yes, when I go to new places, I'm able to just like connect with people on a level, on a way I have never been able to in my whole life. Back up a little bit. I'll go right back into this. From from first grade till a couple of years ago, I was super, super introverted. I was really, really shy, and I was actually really, really stressed out a lot. I was under high amounts of stress. Now, I'm not stressed out. I'm actually very calm, pretty cool, very collected. I'm allowing myself to be myself, and I can connect with people. Amazing. I have never had this like in my whole life. So there would be times where like I could just go to a new place and I could just like meet people, connect with them, and find a common ground. And then that's it. And then you just build this audience. You build rapport with them. Never have been able to do that in my whole life. Never. So you're gonna know the kind of people who you're gonna be connecting with, and the way you do that is by knowing exactly who you are as a person. Who in the world are you? Like, who are you? These are the things you need to take pages and write it down. I am an energetic person. I am super spontaneous. I have issues. I need people to tell me what to do because otherwise I'm going to be like out of order. I am a spontaneous person. I like repeating myself. I like getting into these situations where like you don't know what to do, you don't know what to expect, but you can still kind of like gloss over things when they go wrong. That's the kind of personality that I have. I don't care if something goes wrong. I care when things go wrong and it can't get fixed. Those are the things I'm like, we gotta figure this out, right? So you gotta know who you are. You gotta write all this stuff down. A lot of people, I don't like doing that. I don't like it either. I'm doing it anyway. So you write it all down. Who in the world are you? That's what you got to start thinking. Who in the world am I? What do you want to talk about? What do you love to do? Implement this in your business. Implement this. Implement it in your business. I do it. People usually, I like this part. People usually struggle with the ability to go from building rapport to start talking about business. People struggle with that. So if you're natural at connecting with people and you know how to make people feel comfortable, you know how to be a friend first, then you take the initiative and then you show them how to build your business. On Facebook, you see somebody who's got a great background, crazy adventures, something like that, and you see them trying to build some kind of rapport on there. They look like a good person to prospect. Send them a friend request, they accept it, And then you could start doing this. Hey, Johnny, it was great seeing you, man. I love your posts about your adventures. It looks so cool. The last adventure that I went on, I was in the mountains and I had these amazing berries, mulberries from, Montana. They were out of this world. Where's your next adventure, right? Somebody who likes to go on an adventure is going to respond to that. You start getting into those people's heads. You start getting into the things that they like to talk about. They're going to respond to you that way. So when I first started doing this, I started getting a lot of response that way. Oh man, I just came back from, off-roading or something like that. And I definitely am looking forward to just getting back out there on the dirt. Oh man, that's so cool. My dream vehicle is a red Jeep. I want to put my nieces in the back. I want to go full steam ahead, like down a Jeep trail that they've never been down, that I've never been to, and I want to give them an adventure, something that they can totally remember and love, their crazy uncle for. Those are the things that I really want. In fact, those are more important to me than getting on stage and winning some kind of award. That can be cool, whatever. That's not important to me. The really important thing to me is making an impact on people. Those are the things I really care about, making a deeper impact on people. So I like to do it, when people are young. I like to do it when people who are just old and flabby. I like doing it. So, you want to be a friend first. Yes, I know what I just said. Brain reprogramming is really easy to do. When you reprogram your brain, it's actually quite easy to do. You start believing things that are true. And you start telling yourself stuff over and over and over again. The truth, the thing that's going to set you free. You just keep telling yourself over and over and over again. And then you want to surround yourself with people who are just going to tell you. They're going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you that, stuff that you need to hear. These are the things that people, they don't get. But you got to start getting yourself around other people. You got to get around people who are just, they know how to attract, they know how to draw out the best of you. So that's how you reprogram your brain. You start, getting this. And this is all a part of building your audience. This is all a part of building your targeted audience. It is by getting rid of all of because you're going to attract exactly what you're thinking. If you're thinking a certain way, you're going to start attracting people who are just like that. Misery loves company. So they're going to attract miserable company. Super positive people, they don't want to be around negative people. They cut them out. They want to just be around positive people. One of the things I noticed about, when I go to my church is that when I get there, they are absolutely the most positive people that I've met so far. They're super positive. They love the calling. They love their calling to the ministry, and it just makes a huge difference. When you're around people like that. None of them curse. None of them swear. None of them are negative. None of them are super ultra negative or they're all really positive people, and they love the Lord. They love God. So those are the things that were just really important to me. Really important to me. So how do you find these people, right? How do you build this audience? Depending on what you do. You can build your audience by going into real networking groups and finding a common ground, a common bond, a faith-based group. You can go into a faith-based networking group. They are out there, and they do have a lot of members. And they also have rules. Those are the ones you want to pay attention to, because the ones with rules, they say no links, no spamming, no selling. You're here to network. You are here to connect with people. Those are the kind of things that you want to pay attention to, and you want to start acting on it right now. Because when you get into those groups and you say, hey,
you know, my name's Ricky Burrows, my name's Bob Dylan, you know, my name's William, you know, I've got this, you know, you can go along. I'm trying to think of this like on the fly. You can say I'm an electrician, but I'm also a Christian marketer, and I just got into the networking space. I'm looking to just like say hello and just, you know, reach out to people. What's going on? Something like that. And you're just reaching out to people. And then you can, you know, depending if Facebook is not being a total butt face, you know, they'll allow you to have that post out there. Then you can start connecting to people that way, right? So you look for the groups that are just for networking. This is strictly on Facebook, right? And this will probably work anywhere else. If you try to like go to like a spam group where people go, they drop a link and then leave, you're not going to connect with them because they left. They left. They're gone. They're not coming back. They just drop and leave. And 10,000 million people are just like dropping and leaving. And you're the only one going, hello, I'm just looking to connect with some people. You want to just like avoid those places. They are a plague to your business. So those are the things that, you know, I find, you know, repulsive. I find it where people like they come in, they drop, they leave, and it just looks nasty. So what do you do? So when people start doing, like when they start liking your post, they start commenting on it, you just simply be a friend and you respond the same way. And that's all you start doing. Start engaging with them. And you want to position yourself as an authority figure. You really want to be perceived as the most valuable authority figure. And how do you do that? You plant seeds by providing value. You have to provide valuable information. Value. The people being perceived as the one with all the valuable information, people are absolutely going to love you for it. It doesn't matter. When I go, this happens to me every single week, and without fail. I am a maintenance electrician, and you probably can already guess what happens, and you're right. I get asked electrical questions every single week. I can't even go look for it. I mean, God forbid I ever tried to do that. I would be bombarded by people. I mean, I do like what I do, and I'm good at my job. People ask me to do tough things, and I look at, you know, I look at projects, I look at stuff that I've never, ever seen before, figure it out. But I get asked every single week, you know, what in the, like, hey, I got this one island in my kitchen, and I want to have a receptacle put in there. And the lady was a widow, and she wanted to have the receptacle there. And I looked at it, and I'm looking in the basement, and I'm going, oh, it's kind of an annoying job. I don't know if I want to do this, but they come and find me because they know. And the way that lady found me was through church, because somebody at church had asked me if I was an electrician. Yes, and then boom, 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 boom. And then the word starts spreading. He's an electrician. He's an electrician. He's an electrician. The valuable perceived information, like perceived authority, kept bouncing around. 6 years he's been doing this. I'm like, oh no. So then they start calling me. They start texting me. They start running right up to me in church. Same thing with my buddy at church. Like, he's a mechanic, and he's really, really good at cars. Been working on cars his whole life. You already know. I already have a car problem. I want to go up to this kid. You know, maybe I can connect with Ricky, but like, hey, guess what? It's a whole different state. Probably live in a different country or something like that. But oh, this is the funniest thing. But when you provide value that impresses people, it plants seeds that you are the authority figure. It does. It makes a huge, huge impact. And you want to improve on your communication with people. You want to make it really attractive, nice and hot and fresh with people. And one of the best ways you can do it is that people communicate with 3 different time zones. They have this 3 different like languages that people perceive. There's visual, there's sound, and there's kinesthetic. Visual, sound, kinesthetic. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I see your point. It just makes me feel like I know who you are. So you hit all of those three when you speak and you communicate, and you hit all three of those points. People are going to start saying that one of those three or a combination is going to make them feel connected to you. Like, hey, I trust this guy. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about him that I trust the guy. Right? Those are the things. You got to start doing that. You got to start saying to people, visual, sound, and kinesthetics. The feeling, the movement in the arms, like the feeling of the sun on your face, sticking your toes in the sand, looking out at the ocean, seeing the beautiful turquoise blue water, you're feeling that amazing breeze. You smell the ocean. You have the most amazing food, lionfish, deep fried lionfish, cooked like a canola oil, like some kind of wonderful oil. There's an amazing, dipping sauce that's given to you. This is what I had in St. Lucia. And I had lionfish. It was out of this world. Didn't taste like fish, but it was out of this world. Incredible. Incredible thing. This is how you get people to start engaging with you. Start getting people to really like what you have to say, and they start responding that way. All right, so then when you're on Facebook and you're engaging with them and you're going to put out a post, there's a few things you need to start thinking about before you do each and every post. Number one, how does this post make me look? How does this make other people perceive me to be? Do I look like a leader? Do I look like I'm helping people? Ask more questions. When you have a post that asks a question, people are going to think like, this person cares about me. People are inherently selfish, and it's going to be like that for pretty much the rest of their life. Pretty much for the rest of their life. They're going to be selfish. So, what you can do is give them exactly what they want. Give people what they want, and they'll follow you for the rest of their life, because then they're like, I get what I want through this guy. So you have to have, once you have a post that is engaging with people, and you have a call to action. You have a call to action. You tell people, leave a comment if you want more information. Send me a private message. If you want to know the true secrets to attraction marketing, click the Get Started button now. Those are the kind of things. It drives people crazy when you promote your results. You know it. You know that you've seen the people. You've seen them. You've seen it with your own eyes. You've seen the people who promote they put their results out there, and you're just your mind is boggled. Like, how is it that this person was able to double their income and then quit their job, and now they're just traveling the world? How did they do it? And then that you see posts, picture after picture after picture of them just living the life that they said that they wanted to live. Those just drive people crazy. My coach that I had hired, she just literally came back from Ireland, and Scotland, and London. And I was looking at all of her pictures, and I was like, your pictures drive me nuts, because that's the kind of life I want to have. I want to be able to get out, go, and then post about it and teach people, hey, you want to have this kind of lifestyle? Why don't you get with me? I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to get started. I can show you how to get started. I just have to keep consistently doing this, and then I'll get the results that I want. So when you're putting out social proof, when you have other people jumping on saying, yeah, this person, Ricky Burrows, he's the real deal. He's the kind of guy you want to connect with. He'll show you how to get started. He knows exactly what he's doing. He struggled, but now, he helped me get a result, that kind of thing. Those are the things that really get people's attention. Like, if I get around him, I'm going to get some result. Those are really cool. Relatability. When I was showing you earlier about pictures, you know, with my cat, and I was saying, like, you know, I'm so thankful to God that he was able to survive that coyote ambush. Crazy. He, like, that little coyote was big enough to attack him, but it came out of nowhere, came out of the bushes, and my cat attacked him back there, and then the coyote ran away. And I wish he would have nailed him, though. If he would have snuffed that coyote, oh, it would have been so awesome. And he's strong, too. He's a strong little cat. He would have been able to do it. That would have been really, really cool. And then next thing you want to do that, you know, that's going to encourage people is a lifestyle post. Just start going about your day. You know, if you live in a beautiful place, why aren't you posting pictures on Facebook? Why aren't you sharing that information with people? I love those things. I love it when people. There was one person in particular. She would post photos of her going on walks in Boulder, Colorado. Okay, if you've never seen pictures of Boulder, Colorado, I'm sure you're gonna go. Somebody's gonna go Google it right now. Yeah. That place is out of this world, insanely beautiful. The rocks are just so impressive. I love Boulder. I love Boulder. I love Estes Park. They are just out of this world, crazy beautiful. You put lifestyle posts out there. She would go for walks every single day, doing a Facebook Live, and you see incredible, beautiful mountains behind her, and you're just going, wow, I want to live that kind of life. I want to live that kind of life. This is how you start building your targeted audience. It's like, you like being in places like this? Yeah, I like it. Then you can connect with that person. This is easy stuff. So start doing lifestyle posts. Start putting out grateful things. Things that you're grateful for. And then once people get sick of it, they're like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm so sick of it. You know, how in the world can I got to get with this guy. I just have to. I have to get with this guy. This is driving me nuts. He's putting out all this information, all this content, all these videos, all these pictures, and like he's having a great life. He's a peaceful guy. I want to get, oh, what is he doing? You know, you start doing stuff like that, then guess what? People are going to respond and they'll say, hey, I'm about ready to let's do this. You know, I'm ready to get started now. That kind of thing. You want to, and this is a real ninja trick. You want to start telling their story. This is when I heard this was like, wow. This was really, really cool. Really, really cool to me. You want to start telling their story back to them. You want to start telling their story back to them. You want to start telling their story back to them, their vision of the life that they want to live, and then tie it back to you. Heard that, and I was mesmerized when I heard that. That was amazing. Imagine living your life. You go outside. The air is just beautiful. It's a cool summer morning. The sun is just a little bit over the sky. The sky is just beautiful. You can get up and see this every single day. The smell of the air is just fresh, mountainous, fine. You're looking out, you see the deer out there, you see your apple trees, you see your mulberry trees. You got your little setup, and it's just like for your fruits and vegetables. And you live in such a secluded area. It's peaceful. You can't see your neighbor. You can't smell them. Smell my neighbors at one point in life. You sit in your favorite Adirondack chair and you're looking out and you're so grateful. You're so thankful to God. You're just so thankful for that moment. And then you just start to say to yourself, this is the life that I'm living. This is the direction that I'm going. And I'm looking to help people get to that point. So get started now. Those are the things. You tie your bit, you tell the story that other people live. You got to know exactly who your target audience is, and then you tell their story right back to them, and tie the the vision of that, whatever their life is, whatever the life that they want to live, back to yourself. You want to have that kind of life? Start getting around me. You're going to start getting results. You want to have that life? You want to get around other people who are getting the same results that you want. Get around the people that are getting the life, that are living the life that you want to live. Kind of like space that right there. Model what other people do, and you will be able to get their results. Incredible things. So simple. So simple. So then, you got to tie their deep desires back to you. Like your desires are, through me. That's how you're going to get it. I'm going to help you get your deep desires, whatever they are. So get started now. Those are the things you can start saying right now. And then once you build your audience and you're engaging with them, then you want to sell to them. You can have whatever you're promoting, whatever business opportunity, system, affiliate, something like that. You can sell that and give it to people, and just give them exactly what they want. Knowing what they want is the important thing. Like, well, if this is going to help them, and you can present it to them, and you can sell it to them, give them free stuff. Everybody loves free. Everybody loves free things, but people also love to buy things. So don't be shy of trying to sell something that is going to be super valuable. I mean, I know right now I could go out and I could spend thousands of dollars right now and stuff, tens of thousands of dollars on camera equipment. I could go buy favorite firearm. I could go buy night vision. I could buy night vision scopes with cameras on it. Do some hog hunting at night. Oh man, it'd be just I could spend that money so easily and so quickly because it's tied to the kind of life that I want to live. I want to go hunting. I want to help the people down in Texas have a better lifestyle for the farmers. It's a big problem down there. Go ahead and ask me. You can ask me more about that later. So when you start selling to them, you're gonna ask questions that they know are true. Can you see my screen? Yes. Can you see my profile photo? Yes. Can you see the post that I just put out there? Yes. So you keep getting them to say yes, 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 yes. Do you want this product, service, or opportunity? Yes. So they've said yes 100 million times to you, and then you say, do you want product? Yes. You want people to keep saying yes to you the whole time, because in the back of their head, they're agreeing with you about everything. They're just in total agreement with you. These are the things that you want to be doing. You want to get people to agree with you on everything. Can you see my screen? Yeah, I can see it. Can you see the post that I just put out there? Yeah, I can see it. You see the link that I just put out there? Yeah, I can see it. You see the Get Started Now button? Yeah, go ahead and click that button. Yeah, I see it. You see the order form? Yeah, I see it. You see where it says $10 trial? Yeah, I see it. You see the order form where you can fill out the information? Yeah, I can see it. Go ahead and fill out the information in the way you want it spelled on your checks and hit the submit button and let me know. Okay, I did it. Those are the things that you want to do. You want to keep getting people to say, agree with you, get them to say yes, and you'll start seeing some results. It takes time to start doing that. So one of the things you can give away for free is a PDF. You can build your own PDF, upload it to your blog or upload it to a Dropbox account, and you can start giving that away for free in your email capture page. You're building up this email subscribers. You want to give it away for free, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. Give it away for free. Like the top 10 or 7
7 attraction marketing tips that changed my business forever, something like that. Or like how to get started. Something simple. Something that's gonna like nail it, you know, right down to what they actually want. So so what I want you to do right now is I want you to get a piece of paper and do the things that I just did. Start writing down. You know, you want to be writing down some powerful stuff that you can relate to, that you can connect to build your audience. What I want you to do right now is get a pen, grab a piece of paper, and then just start writing stuff down about yourself. You know, you like teaching people new things. You know, I'm a maintenance electrician. I love to travel. I love to, you know, do some saltwater fishing. I love photography. I like creating my own music. I like non-fictional books. I like creating something really big. I like being a part of something that's just really, really big. You know, I live in North America. I'm a mountain man. I like making people feel warm and welcome. And you keep going on and on and on. So you want to write all these things about yourself, and you just make a significant list of things about yourself, and that's your target audience that you start with, because you want to work with people who are just like you. You want to work with people who are just like you. Just like you. And then once you start building that friendship with them, then over time they're going to feel like they know who you are. And then when they meet you in person, then it's just like the connection's already there. Of course, you got to know who they are, because maybe they're a little quiet, they're a little shy, they don't really come out and start talking or something. But anyway, so those are the things. To build your audience, engage with your audience, and then you sell stuff to them by knowing your target audience. And your target audience starts with knowing exactly who you are, knowing exactly what the things you love to do, knowing exactly where you are going to be, you know, 6 months from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Well, at least like 3 to 6 months to 2 to 5 years, something like that. And then you want to target people who are just like, they have the same vision, they have the same goals, and then you can do all that. So if you hit the Get Started Now, we've got plenty of training for people who are looking to get this going right away. Okay? Right away. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to Katie for jumping on here and interacting, and for all the people who are watching the replay on this. And if you're watching this right now and you're listening to the sound of my voice and you're ready to, you know, click on the link below, just go ahead and do that right now. And just get started right now. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.